Hi with everyone, welcome to my video. I'm Catherine and today I would like to present the bibliographical research about gamification in the learning process. Well, the abstract of this research and the following article is central the theme in the gamification and application in the learning and teaching process. It's really important to notice that this research has been carried with some bibliographical results, some bibliographical reports that have done in the past, and identify the elements that can be possible to gamify our classes, like the elements, the tools, the applications, and the activities that all the teachers need to know in order to engage students and in order to have better learning results. This method could be applied in many subjects, but in this case, we apply it in a foreign language, especially in the learning language, in the English language. Sorry. And final, we have the keywords. We have gamification, learning process, communicative competence, and language. Why is important here, the communicative competence? Is because with the communicative competence, the students are free to communicate with others without barriers, without limits. And with the gamification, the students feel comfort with themselves, with all the environment, and with the classmates and the teacher, and they can use the language in a meaningful way. Well, as an introduction, in short, we know that the acquisition of language is a complex work. Now, today it's really hard to some teachers to apply some methods in order to catch the motivation, in order to have all the attention of the students, in order that can learn with fun, with motivation. But nowadays we can use some didactic methods, and it could be a good tool in order to control the behavior, in order to control the motivation, in order to keep the attention of all the students to have better results. And also the teaching learning process, that some classes, especially in Ecuador, are really unequal. For example, some methods are just based on books, on textbooks and grammar. But with this situation, we need to follow some process that can apply a different word and a different process. In the following article, we can share some possibilities by practice gamification in the education, especially in the teaching of a foreign language. In these ways, it aims that the educational process need have the task to catch the motivation of the students and catch all the attention in order to make the learning process a funny and healthy process that can be applied in different classrooms, involving some elements, involving gains, involving the motivation, and involving all the acquisition that the students need in order to learn. Well, the methodology of this research, as we already said, is a bibliographical research. Well, we base in gamified education experience of some educators. We found in dialect debates, Google Academic, and Science Direct, Rayleigh, and also Eric. All these resources showed reports that have been done in the past with real based data, with Guia statistical results, in order to open our mind and find different tools that was applied in the past and that nowadays had some possible results. Well, the results of this research are the following. As we can say in the graph number 1, some reports applied in a real situation, in a real classroom, make different activities based in different type of learning, in different skills, like writing, reading, grammar, gap activities, gap, fill up, and also the gamification method. And we can see that the method of the application that most influenced students was gamification. For this, we can reflect that the English language in a writing production, in a speaking production, is a really hard task for teachers, because each student is a different world and they have different ways to learn. But with gamification, we can join all the students in order to have a cooperative work with motivation, with attention, with creativity, with possible practice, with content for each participant in the classroom, encourage the progress and encourage the motivation and the attention in order to contribute with a benefit result. The discussion section, we can find that with this method of gamification, some experimental reports and study of this report and significant growth in the students' engagement in the learning activities. This factor is too beneficial to educators because with the students progressive increase their abilities, the teachers can use more resources in order to increase by the time in order to have better results at the end of the academic section. Also, all this process could be a good process in order to maintain, in order to have a better students' behavior, and the classroom gets a good and healthy environment where it's a cooperative work with the teacher part and with the students part. As as a conclusion from all the research, the analysis, and the reflection about the gamification, how to gamify our classroom, what are the best tools, the applications, the online application, because we can find a lot of applications like Classcraft, Kahoot, my class, and also Dialid. One of the most interesting is Classcraft, that it is about how to apply a game into students and teacher. Also, all these different resources, elements, and benefits that it is not only beneficial to the student, it is also beneficial for the teachers and also for the educational process, because all the parts have a better result, a better ability, and a good environment where they spend the academic time. This research determined that the gamification is a really good strategy that makes the use of all these elements in order to propose, in order to bring up the learning in a meaningful way, bring up the learning in a game-based learning, in a serious game, in engagement, all the motivation, all the attention, in which students can be free to express themselves, can be free to use the language in different ways, in natural situations that the teachers provide them. Thank you.